Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona Sun Devils, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Sun Devils ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Jackson will throw. He's going to run it. And the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Wants to go up top on first down. And as he throws, picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Now, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you can tell, QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Arkansas. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's take a second about Arizona State. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number inside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game.
Oh, a lot of space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Sun Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On the run, it's Udo. Hard running there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Sun Devils are marching down the field.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Sun Devils in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Udo. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. 17. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today. Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offensive QB simply went.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB. And he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. This one's complete. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Trying to get the edge on the right. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Butler. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Sun Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Oh, they're after him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play in the offense. I know you've worked this all week. You got to be ready to execute the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the quick shuffle pass. He'll flip it up to the back. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the 2nd quarter. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
On the run, it's Russell. Powers through the defender. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Jackson will throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Razorbacks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Jackson gonna throw it. He fires a bullet to the right.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Jackson will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Using his legs, it's Russell. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Razorbacks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's a heat. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Snap it to the back. Look out, he's got room. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Under fire. They're setting up the screen. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Pulls it in. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Butler. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Moss. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Going to the run to start this second half. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quick completion on the out route. It's a running room. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Dropping back, it's Levin. Scrambling away. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone, helping your offense out.
Back to pass on second down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Snagged out of the air. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
They'll go with a direct snap. They stop And short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Arizona State! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Jackson will throw. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Looking downfield on first down. He uncorks one deep. Makes a catch at the 15. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to keep it in the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unleashes to the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Handoff from the gun. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Levin. Finds his big tight end. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. That's reeled in, it's Moss.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out. They show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots, and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
QB got it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
He's open on the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
A loss of 11 on the play. 4th down coming up. Number 35 on the field goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Arizona State 17, Arkansas 7.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the try is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The quick out. Turning it on. There he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback extends the play. On the run, deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They'll move the wide receiver. Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Off the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And they are on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. To throw, it's Levitt. Here's the pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Wants to fire on second down. The short hands, it's Brown. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Rolling right and going deep. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football out of the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Second down, he'll throw it. On the run, still looking. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on third down? Looking downfield, it's Levitt. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the stomping has commenced.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. You can feel the momentum building within that program. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Number 31, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bring in the heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. It's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. He's got it down the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The Razorbacks are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The play action fake. Now rolling to the left. He's got the two-point conversion, but they are still way behind. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
White wants to throw it. Looking left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it up to 35.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Bug meat windshield. Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the first down. Let's not do too many more of those.
Motion from the back. Now from inside the red zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. White going to attack through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.